A beautiful Monday morning in the economic capital, Douala, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for joining this edition of Prime Flash, the edition of Monday, October 4, 2021 with me, Audrey Zatsa. Yaoundé will be hosting the third Forum of Governors of the Lake Chad Basin Commission this Monday, October 4, 2021. The Prime Minister, Head of Government, Chief Dr. Joseph John Gute, is expected to preside over the opening ceremony of this high-level meeting, during which the governors of the regions most affected by the horrors of the terrorist sect, Boko Haram, and international partners will exchange during 2 days on regional cooperation, sensitization, peace, and sustainable development projects. And still talking about the Prime Minister, he is expected, or he will embark on a 4-day peace mission in the northwest region of the country, according to a circular signed by the governor of the northwest region, Adolphe Lele Lafrique. Sunday, October 3, 2021, the Prime Minister, Chief Dr. Joseph John Gute, will be in the northwest region from Tuesday, October 5 to Friday, October 8, 2021. He does invite the public to turn out massively to give the head of government a warm welcome to the region. His visit to the northwest region follows a similar one he undertook in the southwest region for same purpose. Over to the west region, where a 14-year-old student is now receiving medical care after being attacked with a machete by a man in her home in Tugang, Bafoussam. According to reports, the girl, who is a student at the government bilingual school Bafoussam, was alone at home and getting ready for school when she was interrupted by an unknown person knocking furiously at their gate. And as she rushed to open the gate, she was slashed with a machete by an unidentified man. A young man who was alerted by the screams of the girl tried to catch up with the suspect, who after his crime fled on a motorbike. The victim was immediately rushed to the hospital. His Royal Highness Fon Kelvin Shomitang II of Mboyakum village was in Douala yesterday as part of his Meet the People tour. The visit of the Fon, who doubles as the pioneer president of the Northwest House of Chiefs, was aimed at engaging peace talks with the parents and the entire community of the Mboyakum people in Douala. Let's now have an excerpt of the Fon in Douala.
Peace building and reconciliation, and engage them to be ambassadors of peace whenever and wherever they find themselves within the Republic of Cameroon, within their families, within their schools, within their workplaces. They should be ambassadors of peace. That is the reason why I am here today. The lone take-home message we give to the population is that of peace. Peace and peace.
The organizing committee of the funeral of the late Sultan of the Bamuns in Fumban has unveiled that the final departure of King Ibrahim Bombon Joya will take place from October 5 to 9. Removal of the body in Paris will be on October 5. Transfer of the body to Paris Roissy Charles de Gaulle Airport Thursday, October 7 at 8 p.m. Arrival at the Yaoundé Simalen Airport. Transfer to the Fumban on the same Thursday. Friday, October 8, prayer vigil, and Saturday, October 9, prayer testimonies and burial. The governor of the Northwest region, Adolphe Lele Lafrique, led a delegation to the Bamenda DDR Center to condole with ex-fighters following the incident on September 26 that saw the death of 2 inmates at the center. He led his delegation Saturday, October 2, as our reporter Charles Kebwa tells us from Bamenda.
Following the unfortunate incident Sunday, September 26, 2021, resulting to loss of lives of 2 ex-fighters at the Bamenda DDR Center that brought immense sadness to the DDR family still to come in term with the loss, Northwest Governor Adolphe Lele Lafrique, Saturday, October 2nd, led a high delegation to condole with the ex-fighters at the Disarmament, Demobilization and Reintegration Center DDR.
We actually know what the future was for all of us. I won't talk much, but the children that you meet and you see right now seated, they are worried.
expressing heartfelt condolence to the DDR family and the biological families bereaved of Tebe Ekwebe and Wemele Sandra Justice, all from Akko. Northwest Governor Adolphe Lele Lafrique handed to the ex-fighters 5 bags of rice, 2 cartons of hand sanitizers, a carton of Maggi, and 400,000 francs cash to the ex-fighters. He encouraged the ex-combatants to be still fast and continue to abide on the discipline of the center.
The inmates of this center to be steadfast and continue to abide by the discipline of the center, the laws and regulations of the public, and rely on government who is preparing a befitting future for them.
The ex-fighters, through their representative,
we actually know what the future was for all of us. I won't talk much, but the children that you meet and you see right now seated, they are worried because they need to know what the future holds for them.
Bamenda 2 Council Mayor Chenwi Peter offered financial support of 200,000 cash to the ex-fighters, made available recruitment of 5 ex-fighters into the Bamenda 2 Council, while promised full support to the ex-fighters who will register for the 2021-2022 GCE exams. Northwest NDDR Coordinator Kum Henry Ichu, presenting the DDR Center Bamenda as an instrument in peace building, a mechanism put in place by the head of state, said the presence of Northwest Governor in the center is a testimony of his interest in the center as part of peace building.
The governor's visit and that of his entourage has actually boosted the morale of the children, and by the time we were leaving the center, I could see that the children were actually morally uplifted.
The DDR Northwest Coordinator reminded all the inmates at the DDR Center Bamenda have decided to turn their backs to violence and social unacceptable behaviors, and for all to accept these repentant ex-fighters actually take part in their reinsertion into the
The midterm evaluation session of the Bafut Council took place over the weekend to evaluate development strides realized by the Bafut Council despite the high level of insecurity in the municipality. And let's have Nguang Kongo Lawrence, the mayor of Bafut Council, who was speaking concerning or talking about the different projects that have already been realized. Let's have him right now.
Thank you very much. Some of the key projects that have been realized in Bafut, we have the medical health center in Akosia Bafut. We have the same structure which is being constructed at Lower Bafut, that's in Bekong. That is the district health center in Bekong, has already been realized. We have the Njimbang Bridge, which has been a bridge that has been disturbing the Bafut community from moving, has been realized. We have the air road leading Sem Tawe to Acheni has been realized. We have the supply of medical equipment to the Mundum Health Center. So they have new medical equipment now. So we have equally done that. Donation of gifts to the poor and needy in Bafut under the Ministry of Social Affairs have equally been realized. And just to name many of the projects within the council municipality have been realized from BIP. And equally, as I said, the council too had our own internal projects that we have been carried out, just like the renovation of the PSS Bafut, which all of us were there to run it over. We equally had the renovation of the police post, which will soon be handed over to them so that the Bafut population can be able to move a shorter distance to have their ID cards being made. So the police are equally grouping up themselves to go back to see that they produce ID cards for the Bafut.
And out of the country, Ethiopia's Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed is expected to be inaugurated and form a new government this Monday following controversial elections last June that saw a landslide win for his Prosperity Party. His party's win overshadowed by a deadly war in the northern Tigray region, meaning Mr. Abiy will stay in power for the next 5 years. He came to lead Africa's second most populous country in 2018 following years of anti-government protests. At the time, he was a little-known figure who went on to immediately win the hearts of millions with his reform measures. And on this note, ladies and gentlemen, we close the curtains of today's edition. Thanks for watching. You get details in our 6:30 p.m. Prime News with Fon Quinta. Meanwhile, stay blessed in the company of programs on the African Eye. Bye.